So this is distributive property and solving part 2. Same as yesterday, just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to do one, then you're going to do one. So just pencils down, pay attention. All right, so I have a 2 in the denominator, a 7 in the denominator, and a 14 in the denominator. What would be my common denominator? Yes, 14, right? So I'm going to multiply everybody by 14. That's called clearing the denominator. So I'm going to multiply this side by 14 and this side by 14. Here, let's move this over here. I should say specifically 14 over 1. Now let's distribute. So I'm going to distribute, stay with my blue, and distribute this. I'm going to break up that 14. I'm going to break it up as 7 times 2 over 1 multiplied by 9 halves k. Everybody okay with that? Then I'm going to distribute to this one. Plus, how would I break up 14? Same way, right? 7 times 2 over 1 times 23 over 7k equals, do I need to break up this 14? Nope. And actually I could just, let's write it out. We should write it out. 109 over 14 times 14 over 1. Let's go canceling. 2's go away, 7's go away, 14's go away. What is left in the numerator here? 9 times 7 is 63, so 63k. 7 and 23, what's 7 times 23? I'm sorry, 2 times 23. 46. 46k equals 109. Now it's doable, right? All right, let's just practice doing that. Let's not practice solving. Let's just practice doing it. So why don't you guys do this one? Let's have A's have a pen in their hands, B's have a clicker in their hands. So who's going to do the talking? The B's are going to do the talking. Yes. The marker. You're doing it on a whiteboard. Okay, so you guys are working hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if I can help you out a little bit, and then the next one you guys can get a little bit further. I need your attention. Thank you. All right, let's see, out of the 7 people that did put an answer in, we've got A, B, C, mostly B's. Let's see what happens. Okay, need your attention. All right, so let's start with the blue. I need the talking to stop, please. Thank you. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and cover this up real quick so that I can write. So I'm going to multiply everybody by 6 over 1. So when I distribute, I'm going to say 2 times 3 over 1 times negative 1/2 x. Then I've got to distribute to this 2. Do I need to break up my 6 to distribute to 2? No. So I'm just going to say 6 times 2. Then I'm going to distribute right there to my negative 4/3 x. Again, I've got to break up. Why do I still hear talking? Thank you. Negative 4/3 x. So if I distributed to everybody, so on this side now I just have to, we can see it right here, right? Equals 1. All right, let's go over here and cancel. I've got 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. Finish this up. The only thing left in the numerator is negative 3x. This is positive 12, and negative 8x, right? Equals 1. My next step is to combine like terms. I've got a negative 8x and a negative 3x. If I have the same sign, I combine. Negative 11x plus 12 equals 1. Then I take my additive inverse, right? And I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. And I get negative 11x equals negative 11. Multiply both sides by negative 1 over 11. Negative 1 over 11. And my negatives cancel, and I have x equals, this cancels, everything cancels. Imagine that, all that mess, and it's x equals 1. Yes, Philip? I can't hear the question, guys. Why did I do what? Because it's a whole number. I don't have to break it up, right? I'm not trying to get rid of any denominators. I just multiplied. I just gave 6. Aren't I giving 6 to 1/2 when I say 2 times 3? That's really 6, right? Well, I don't have to break up 6 or factor 6 out because I'm just going to multiply 6 times 2. Good question. Any more? Any more questions? All right, let's see. I think you guys are ready. Do you want to try one more?
Yeah.
Or, okay. I was going to say let this one be my turn, but see, these numbers are big. I don't like this one. Let's look at this one. That's a good one for you guys. You want to try that?
Yeah.
All right, so let's cover this one up. And why don't you guys, let's switch roles now. So B's, why don't you guys write, and A's, you guys the ones talking and holding the clicker. Go ahead and go. All right, guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on me. Perfect. Let's see the 4 people. Wow. That's split. All right. So let's cover this up and work this out. I need a talk and a stop, please. All right. What is my common denominator? No. No. 24 is the magic number. Because 3 and 8 are multiples, right? 24. So let's multiply everybody by 24. Levi, I'll see you after school. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and distribute. When I distribute 24 to 1/3, I need to break 24 up as 8 times 3 times 1/3 n. Where did I get 24 from? Does 8 go into 12? If I were to multiply everybody by 12, am I going to get rid of all of that 8? Yes, you got to find the common denominator, right? Okay, Aaron, I need you to stop. Plus, again, I'm going to make multiples of 8 times 3 over 1. 3/8 n, right? Distributed 24 to that. And then I'm going to distribute 24 to this. 17 over 12 times 12 times 2. Okay, questions on that so far? I have a common denominator of 24. I want to clear my denominator, so I multiply everybody by 24. And as I'm multiplying everybody by 24, I'm factoring at the same time. Everybody good? So now, my 3's go away here, my 8's go away here, and my 12's go away here. And I'm left with 8n plus 9n, right? 3 times 3 is 9, equals 17 times 2. I'm going to leave it like that. because I have a feeling I'm going to have some other multiples here. Can I leave it like that? Isn't 17 times 2 the same as 34? Do I have to write 34? No, I don't have to. Watch why I'm not going to. All right, 8n and 9n are how many n's? 17n. Look at that. If I want to get rid of 17 and it's being multiplied, I could multiply by the inverse, right? When I multiply, we'll put a 1 under that, multiply by the inverse. See why I left the 17? This goes away, this goes away, this goes away, this goes away. And all I'm left with is n equals 2. All right, why don't you guys write that one down? Okay, so this is the same process, only more. So I'm going to do one, but I'm going to have you guys do one. This time I wouldn't try and find my common denominator because, look, I'm already ready to distribute. Correct? So let's distribute, see what happens, and then figure out if we need to multiply and get rid of anything. So I've got negative 100 over 3, so I'm going to write that down, equals, distribute 10 over 3 times that. I'm going to break up my 10 over 3 times 5 over 2x. Questions on how I did that? Everybody's good so far? Now I've got to distribute 10 over 3 to my 5 halves. I still have a negative sign here, so it's going to be negative. I'm going to break it up again, factor it, multiply it by 5 divided by 2. So now I've got my 2's go away, my 2's go away here. Let's figure out what we're left with. I've got negative 100 thirds equals negative 25x over 3 minus 25 over 3. Correct? What could I multiply everything by and get rid of my denominator? Why 21? That would make it more complicated. Doesn't all of these have 3 in common? Then can't I just multiply everybody by 3? When I multiply 3 times 3, isn't that going to cancel? When I multiply 3 times 3 here, isn't it going to cancel when I do it here and here? Why not?
Probably the 3.
The 3's are all going to cancel, right? If I multiply everybody by 3, isn't all the 3's going to cancel? Do I need to do the other step? I will. All right. So 3 over 1 times negative 100 over 3 equals negative 25x over 3 times 3 over 1 minus 25 thirds over 3 over 1. Did everybody get a 3? Did I distribute 3 to everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody got a 3, correct? Negative 100 over 3 got a 3. Everybody got a 3?
Yeah.
Cancel, 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 cancel.
You're just showing it a different way.
No.
You just crossed out the 3 before, though.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, just a different way.
Yes, you're right. Just before I was skipping a step. Okay, let's back up. It is different. That step's different from what I just did. I got the same answer, but it was different. Where's the confusion coming in? That's an official warning for the two of you. Got it? Where is the confusion coming in on this? We had a denominator of 3, so I multiplied everybody by 3. The reason I wrote it out, Andrew, okay? The reason I wrote it out is because sometimes when students see this and I distribute, and I do that, then they think there's nothing to distribute here, like it's gone. When I distribute it here too. See that? All right, so what am I left with? Negative 100 equals negative 25x minus 25. Add 25 to both sides, and you get negative 75, or 325, right? Negative 25x. Multiply everybody by 1 over 25. Negative 1 over 25. The 25's cancel. 25's cancel. Negative cancels. X equals negative 3. Right? Because there's a negative left over here.
Negative 75, but not negative, it's not positive.
Oh, yes, you're absolutely right. Good job. Nice catch. It would have been negative 75. Right in here would be a negative sign. So these would have canceled each other out. Absolutely right. Good job. Positive 3. Okay, let's not write that one down. Let's do, let me see what this one looks like. Not too bad. Let's move on. I'm going to do this one. Have you guys write this one down. Okay? Because this is more like what your homework looks like. Okay? So I've got, go ahead and write it down, and then we'll go step by step. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and uncover my steps before I do this. We're going to distribute first. So I'm going to distribute my negative 2. Negative 2 over 1 times negative 5 over 2n. Distribute my negative 2 over here as well. Negative 2 over 1 times negative 3 over 2. Plus, distribute this 2. 2 over 1 times 3 halves n plus 2 over 1, distribute this one, times negative 5 thirds equals 47 over 3. This is a negative.
That one right there. Go down. Yeah, there's a positive.
Because it's a positive 2 multiplied by that, right?
Oh, never mind.
You're just getting caught up in the, if you had this, wouldn't it be 4 times 4 plus 4 times n?
No, I thought you were saying excuse me.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Got it? Okay, everybody write that step down. Okay. Let's see what we can get rid of. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Negative times a negative is a positive. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Negative times negative is a positive. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Can't get rid of that one. Let's simplify. I'm left with here, 5n. I'm left with here, positive 3. Here, positive 3n. And here, negative 10 over 3 equals 47 over 3. Go ahead and write that down. At this point, you should see that you can combine like terms. If you've got really strong fraction skills, you could turn 3 into having a denominator of 3, right? Isn't 6 divided by 3, 2? Oh, what am I thinking? 3 divided by 3 would be 9. 9 over 3. Is it 9 over 3? 3? Then you'd have a common denominator. But if you don't like fractions, so you want to get rid of fractions, our best bet, you could also take this and add it to this side. It would be 57 thirds on that side. Okay, so 5n plus 3n is how many n? 8n plus 3 minus 10 thirds equals 47 thirds. How could I get rid of the thirds? How? How could I get rid of the thirds? Multiply everything by 3, right? Clear the denominator. Three times 8 is what? 24n. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 10 thirds. What happens to the 3? They cancel, so what's left over? Negative 10. And these 3's cancel. 47. Starting to get it? Kind of. It's going to take practice, Levi. It's going to take practice. Just like anything, right? 24, so positive 9, negative 10 makes negative 1. Add 1 to both sides, and I get 48, right? 24n equals 48. And what's my final step? Divide by 24 or multiply by 1 over 24, same thing. How did I get rid of the 9? Negative 9 plus 10, I'm sorry, positive 9 and negative 10 make negative 1. What? These go away, and I'm left with n equals, what is 48 divided by 24? 2. If you didn't know that, you could break it up. 4 times 12 over 2 times 12. Then you can see it. 4 divided by 2 is 2. All right, make sure you guys have that finished. Any questions? Okay. All right, so that's what your homework's going to look like. I'm glad we started off small instead of going straight to all these. Take your time. There's only 4 of them on your homework. There's 12 homework problems. Only 4 of them have fractions. So just get a taste of it. All right, so here is your closing thought. What did you guys learn today? Good job. Distributing twice with fractions. How would you describe distributing negatives? That brings us to yesterday's thought.
Yeah.
Negative times negative is a positive. Negative times a positive is a negative. Good. If the person next to you is absent, how would you explain clearing the denominator? How would you explain that to them? What does it mean to clear the denominator? Anybody? You want to try it, Phyllis? Multiply everybody by the common denominator. Good. Get rid of the fractions, right? All right, so go ahead and write this down on your closing thought and tell me what the second, what's the first step, guys? Distribute. Good. Cross off your common factors, right? Combine like terms. Okay, you guys finish that, and then we'll look at your homework from last night. Good job.